been telling me these last couple of days it's been good to me. And I pray that it's been good to you. Mr. Sharp, it's good to see you. Come on, y'all ready for a word? So just allow me a moment to express my affinity for our ministry. Just recently, the charge to commit a service night in Midtown, we surrendered to that charge. Members of Redemption Church voluntarily gave up themselves to assist in serving that local community. Unlike Ms. Hall, unlike many of the individuals who frequent the social scenes of the Midtown nightlife, we were there not to party. We were there brown to show love and to share love. We were there to let our love spring into action. And when I think about the impact that was made because of our presence, when I think about the seeds that were sown because of our presence, when I think about the things that God blocked simply because of our presence, when I think about the relationships that were birthed, the innumerable ripples that carry eternal ramifications that were made simply because we were there. Yet the truth of the matter, watch this, is that many folk in whom we helped may not remember at all that we helped them. Even if they do remember us or remember our faces, we might remain nameless and unidentified. I need you to catch that. Even if they might remember our faces, dog, we might still forever remain nameless and unidentified. But if God gets the glory, and it works out for our good, then if anybody knows me, know that I'm glad that I got a chance to serve. So this week the Bible told me this week in my devotional, he says we should then have this opportunity. So then as we have opportunity, catch this, as we have opportunity, let us do good to everyone. Catch that again. If we have the opportunity, let us then do good to everyone. One more time for the Holy Spirit. So then since we have this opportunity, what? Let us do good to everyone. That was Paul's teaching. That was Paul's teaching. However, here is the text in which I want to pitch my tent. Genesis chapter 37, verses 14 through 16. I feel my help already. The text says, Joseph traveled to Shechem from his home in the valley of Hebron. Verse 15, and when he arrived there, a man from the area noticed him wandering around the countryside. And then he asked him this simple question. He says, man, what are you looking for? Listen, last week we talked about Nathan operating as a spiritual GPS, but today I want to introduce you to what I call a U.F.O. What is a U.F.O.? What is a U.F.O.? A U.F.O. is an unidentified, faith-filled opportunity. That's an unidentified, faith-filled opportunity. Put your neighbor and say, whatever he said, I agree with it. An unidentified, faith-filled opportunity. Hashtag unsung hero. Let me work it back down. So what is an unidentified faith-filled opportunity? Verse 14 of the text says, Joseph traveled to Shechem from his home in the valley of Hebron. Listen, before we unpack what it means to be a UFO, let's first unpack what we can know. Listen, please understand that this was the same Joseph who so famously wore that fancy coat that had been fashioned by his father, who was unfairly favoring him. This was the same Joseph who, based off of his dream, boastfully believed that his brothers would bless him and bow down before him. This was the same Joseph, Reverend Brenda, that was identified as the chosen one, or what I call the hashtag the LeBron of Hebron. The LeBron of Hebron. So here it is, according to the text, Joseph, heeding his father's instructions, left Hebron, which was his home, headed to Shechem to check on the brothers that hated him and even in their heart desired to hurt him. Let me catch that again. So here is Joseph, heeding his father's instruction, left his home in Hebron just to go down to Shechem to check on his brothers that hated him, even in their hearts and desired to do him harm. You do know how older siblings act to younger siblings when their parents are not around to protect them. They tend to get a little mean and a little nasty, but this wasn't just an ordinary sibling rivalry. They literally hated him. And if I didn't know any better, I would suggest to you that his father was setting him up for failure. So here's the first problem that I had with the text. When I looking at the text, I saw instant issues. I couldn't understand for the life of me, watch this. Why would his father put him on an assignment that could potentially get him, Charlie, that could get him killed? Wow. Help us. Sometimes we got to quit looking at the text and what it is and read this deeper, make it human. Yeah. Why would his father, knowing that his brothers hated him, Daddy, why would you put me on an assignment that could literally get me killed? This didn't make much sense to me. What was Jacob's justification for jeopardizing Joseph? Wow. And as I meditated over this thing, and this is what I believe God began to drop into my spirit. Can I share it with you? Yeah. He said, Westbrook, do you trust me? Come on. Yeah, God, I trust you. He said, Westbrook, do you trust me? I felt like Peter, you know I trust you. He had to ask me one more time. He said, Westbrook, do you trust me? I said, yes, Lord, I trust you. He said, well, if you trust me, if you truly trust me, then I need you to understand. He said, watch this. This too is a U.F.O. Come on. Yeah. Come on, man. I said, hold on. I made up the acronym, God, so this don't make sense to me. What do you mean that this too was a U.F.O? He said, this too, catch this, is an unidentified, faith-filled opportunity. Can I suggest to you that God is using the thing that confuses you to cause favor to fall on you? God is using those dark moments in your life, watch this, as an opportunity to shine bright. In other words, God is using opportunities to work. He's using those opportunities to work in your life. That's why, watch this, you got to learn to work your opportunities. Look at your neighbor and say, work your opportunities. This is the day, let's have church, that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice. That's an opportunity. Somebody didn't get that. I said, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I shall rejoice. That's your opportunity. In other words, you have the opportunity right here and now to begin to open up your mouth and celebrate God. Here is the reason why you ought to shout despite your reality. See, your reality tells you that you have no reason to be glad. You have no reason to be joyful. You have no reason to give God glory. But that's the enemy trying to mess up your mind. Listen, but you have the opportunity right now to even, in spite of bankruptcy, in spite of your lack, in spite of poverty, in spite of being left by yourself, you have the opportunity to stand up and praise God like everything is all right. In other words, this is your opportunity to insert crazy praise. I said, this is your opportunity, this is your moment taking to insert a crazy praise. What's a crazy praise? When it don't make sense and you praise God anyhow. When your money is falling and you praise God anyhow. When folks talking about you, but you praise God anyhow. When you don't quite feel good, but you praise God anyhow. If there are anybody in this place that got an anyhow praise. My dreams have not caught up with my reality, but I'm going to praise God anyhow. I just got laid off from my job. I don't really feel good, but I'm going to praise God anyhow. This is your opportunity to make the devil out of a liar. This is your opportunity to make your reality look foolish. Is there anybody here who can stand on your opportunity to give God worship in this place? This too is a U.F.O. An unidentified, faith-filled opportunity. Unidentified, which means you can't quite make it out. It doesn't quite look identifiable, but however, faith has nothing to do with what you see. Faith has everything to do with what you believe. If there anybody here who believes that God will do it, that God will make a way out of no way, God is intentional. Give God almost home. I got too much. I got too much left. So the text says, preachers always go back to the text. I don't care how good it got to me. The text says, Joseph traveled to Shechem from his home in the valley of Hebron. Verse 15 says, and he arrived there. Come on now. Can I rewind the track again? Yeah. So Joseph traveled from Shechem, which was his home in the valley of Hebron. Verse 15 says, and he arrived there. The text sometimes, preachers please understand this, sometimes the text doesn't need any great theological explanation. Sometimes text will preach. Can somebody make this your confirmation? I need you to understand, catch this, that when God directs your path, no demon in hell can prevent you from prevailing. I said, when God has ordained you, nothing can oppose you. This is for about 5 people that's going to shout when I say it. When God sends you, nothing can stop you. I said, when God sends you, there is nothing that can stop you. No thing can stop you. No fear can stop you. Nobody can stop you. No weapon formed against you can stop you. Thank you, Marvin. Marvin said, ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to stop you. I need you to understand that when God sends you, there ain't nothing. Touch somebody and say nothing. No thing can stop you. Look your neighbor that we can't be stopped. Can you prophesy about 3 people real quick and say, listen, we gon' make it. We gon' make it. No, you gotta say it with conviction. Find somebody and say, we gon' make it. Because when God sends you, ain't nothing get in your way. There is no devil in hell that can stop you. There is no mistake that can stop you. There is no tradition that can stop you. There is nothing that can hold you. There is nothing that can bind you. When God visits you, nothing can stop you. There is nothing. I need you to get this way deep down in your spirit. Divorce, baby, cannot stop you. Cancer is not strong enough to stop you. Depression cannot stop you. Unemployment cannot stop you. Being by yourself can't stop you. Bad news can't stop you. A bad doctor's report can't stop you. Going to be in jail can't stop you. Bad credit can't stop you. Is there anybody brave enough to believe that when God is for you, there is nothing that can stand against you? The text says Joseph traveled to Shechem. Y'all better leave me alone. When I look back over my life and I look at all the pitfalls the devil threw in my path, I can stand here, Jerome, and say I made it because nothing can stop me. Can I talk to all of my leaders real quick? Nothing can stop me because I'm all the way up. You ought to get up out of your feet and nothing can stop me because I'm all the way up. Is there anybody in this place who knows that if God before you, nothing can stand against you? The text says, Joseph traveled to Shechem from his home in Hebron, and he arrived to his destination. That blessed me. And he arrived to his destination. that tells me the things that God has promised me shall come to pass. Can I bless somebody with the stuff that God has been showing you in your head? Watch this. God says, you've been waiting on me to do it when I'm just waiting on you to move. He said, watch this. The problem, watch this. Here's the problem. I'm intentional, but you're not. Now, if you do this, shout that you're missing. He said, here's your problem. I'm intentional, but you're not. You want me to do it when I want you to move. If anybody believes that they can sit back, just stand up and sit right back down. Say, Lord, I'm just going to move. Just stand up and sit back down. Say, Lord, by faith I'm going to move. Because I believe you, I'm going to move. Stand up and sit back down. And just say, Lord, I know you got it. Stand up and sit back down. I know you're going to make a way for me. Stand up and sit back down. You're going to open doors for me. Stand up and sit back down. You're going to make a way for me. Stand up and sit back down. Lord, you got me. Is there anybody in this place who can stand up, do a turnaround, and now I believe you won't do it? The text says, Joseph traveled to Shechem from his home in the valley of Hebron, and he arrived there, moving. And a man from the area, watch this, noticed him wandering around the countryside. So notice in the text, we are now being introduced to this unknown man. Dog, but this is an unidentified man. This man is a nameless man. This man is a man that we've never seen before, Miss Wanda, and we've never seen again. Yet this man, catch this man's impact has eternal ramifications. Had it not been for this man, maybe Joseph does not become the man that he literally became. If it were not for this man, maybe Joseph's legacy is not what we know Joseph's legacy to become. So I'm reminded of what God said to Adam. He said, Adam, it's not good for man to be alone. A-L-O-N-E. You've been trying to do it like you're the one. God said, it's not good for man to be alone. Let me make you a helper suitable. I need you to understand that a helper sometimes comes in the form of a U.F.O. So sometimes, Mr. Shaw, sometimes a helper comes in the form of an unidentified, faith-filled opportunity. So sometimes your help comes from this unidentified, faith-filled opportunity. What is an unidentified, faith-filled opportunity? An unidentified, faith-filled opportunity is someone, catch this, that God sends to help you to get to the place that He desires for you to get to. He's someone that God sends to you to help you get over the hump. Of course, you know that there's some folks that come into your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime. But I've come to discover, go man, that these aren't seasonal folk. U.F.O, they're not seasonal folk. These aren't lifetime folk. These are folk whom God has sent, watch this, with the express reason of pushing you into purpose. These are the folk whom God sent with the express purpose, catch this, of blocking for you and even blessing you even if you're blinded to it. You do know that there are some folk that's praying for you that don't even know you. alongside of you that you never even thought to give the credit to. These are what I call unidentified, faith-filled opportunity. Hashtag unsung hero. You do know that if God can make a donkey speak, watch this, that God can use a stranger to keep you. That if God can make a donkey speak, then he can also use a stranger to keep you. There was a young lady who was walking home from Campus Spring and trying to take the shortcut, she decides to go through the alley. As she's walking through the alley, she sees a man standing at the edge of the corner, and she begins to become fearful. So she begins to pray, Lord, when I get there, make sure that you don't let him touch me. And as she got closer and closer to him, she noticed that the man didn't even look up at her. Watch this, and then she safely walks past him and makes it safely to her destination. But the next day, dog, when she watches the news and finds out that another young lady was assaulted in the same place 20 minutes after she passed through. So watch this. She says, I know that that had to have been for me. So she goes to the police station to watch this, identify the man that she knew she could recognize. When she gets there, she points him out and says, yes, that's the man who I walked right past. Watch this. But she said, watch, can I ask him just a simple question? It's just been bugging me. Why did you let me walk past you, but you didn't touch me? She said, baby, I didn't touch you because there were two folk on the left and the right side of you. I didn't see you walking by yourself. I saw you with some help to your left, and you had help to your right. I didn't touch you because I knew you were surrounded. So, is there anybody in this place who knows that the enemy can't touch you because God got you surrounded? God will use a stranger to make sure you make it safer to your destination. God will use a stranger to deliver you. God will use a stranger to keep you. Church folk, we didn't like stuff with rhythm. So as long as they put a rhyme to a beat, we move. But you missed the depth of their statement. It's some stuff that God blocked that you didn't even know was happening. It's some strangers that make sure folks didn't touch you. It was some strangers that make sure that dude didn't put his hands on you. It was some strangers that make sure you didn't lose your virginity. Those some strangers that blocked some stuff in your life. God favored you with a stranger. You want to open up your mouth and say, thank you for keeping me. When I was a little boy, we used to go down to the corner store. And as long as we were, if we were out of the eye shot of grandma them, we thought we could do whatever we wanted to do. But every now and again, Red, I know you can remember it. Every now and again, some dude that didn't even know you said, boy, get back home. I know who you belong to. Right, every now and again, somebody would stop you from making a fool out of yourself because they knew your folks. Now, you didn't know who they were, but thank God that they sent an angel to block you. Y'all got me acting fool. I told you, these are my late night conversations with God. And I said, Lord, I wish you could show me some of the folk who've been interceding for me. He said, well, it don't matter who interceded for you, that U.F.O. Just know that I got you covered. Push your neighbor down. I know you don't see it, but God got you covered. I know you don't feel it, but God got you covered. The text says, that when he arrived there, a man from the area noticed him wandering around the countryside. And he asked him, he said, what? I'm almost in my seat. He said, what are you looking for? Listen, not only did the man notice him, but according to the text, the man also spoke to him. When he spoke to him, he asked him a simple question. He says, what are you looking for? I believe with everything in me that Joseph thought that he was looking for his brothers. I believe with everything in me that Joseph was only looking to do what his daddy had told him to do. Look at your neighbor and say, there is more. There is more. There is more. Yes, Joseph was looking for his brothers. But God knew. What God knew was that Joseph really needed direction. Yes, he was looking for his brothers in the natural. But in the supernatural, God understood that Joseph really needed direction. He was looking to walk out his father's instruction, but what he didn't realize was that God had sent somebody to him that was really looking out for him. Look at somebody and say, take another look. Can I suggest to you, and I'm in my seat, that on today, many of us are we're looking around for stuff that God has placed right in front of us. Right. Many of us today are looking for stuff that God has put right in our faces. The man walked up to Joseph and said, what are you looking for? That suggests to me that what he really needed was right there in front of him.
Wow. Thank you, Jesus.
Some of us are looking for people when God has sent that right person that's sitting right in front of you.
Wow.
Some of us have gotten so goal-oriented that we miss God right in front of us. So many of us are chasing degrees when divinity is in front of you. We're chasing accomplishments, but the advocate is right there in front of us. We're trying to secure the bag when the one who can secure your future is right in front of you. God says, take another look. God says, take another look. I know things look bad right now, but I hear God saying, take another look. Things look bleak to you right now in the natural, but with your spiritual life, God says, take another look. It looks like you're at the end of your rope. But I hear God saying, take another look. It looks like you can't take no more. You're ready to throw in the towel. God says, take another look. I hear God saying that it's time for you to close your eyes, your natural eyes, and open up your spiritual eyes and look deeper. God says, you think it looks a certain way, but I'm trying to show you something else. I just need you to take another look. It looks like your marriage is on the rock. God said, no, take another look. It looks like your future is getting further and further away from you. God says, take another look. I know things look bad to you right now, but that's naturally. Spiritually, God says there is more. The problem is we've been trying to handle this thing all by ourselves. God says, no, there's power into it. Sometimes, watch this, if you're the smartest in your bunch, you need to find another bunch. You need to connect yourself with folk who have been where you're trying to go. How can two walk together except they agree? I'm trying to stop smoking, but I'm hanging with a smoker. Come on. I'm trying to stop compromising my body, but I'm hanging with folk who don't mind being loose. I'm trying to walk in my purpose, but I got folk who want to keep me be up on purpose. God says there's some friends in your life that you need to take another look. God says you're in some relationships, and I need you to take another look. If you can only go as fast as your slowest man, then maybe it's time to disconnect from some folks. God, if it's all right with you, I'm okay knowing that I got some U.F.Os. Some unidentified, faith-filled opportunities. Some unidentified, faith-filled opportunities. I just believe that there will be some things in my life, some unidentified, faith-filled objects. God has more for your life. I said, God has more for your life. Can anybody receive that? God has more for your life. And though it doesn't look like it, I hear God saying, just take another look. It may look like you're surrounded. Sometimes the enemy surrounds you with death, disease, bad news, depression. But God says, if you take another look, I got the enemy right where I want him. He says, if you just take another look, it's not as bad as you think it is. So here's this thing, and I'm going after I say this. I'm big on this, and my wife will tell you, when I lose things, I'm slow to say somebody stole it from me. I'm slow to say somebody did something to me on purpose. Because when I first see it, naturally I think somebody has done me wrong. But because I've learned to slow down and take another look, I find out that maybe the stuff that I'm looking for, I put down somewhere else. And I hate to look like a fool and rescind my statement by saying, somebody stole from me. Oh, no, they did not find me. God says sometimes you rush to judgment too fast. You get mad on your job and you quit. He says, just take another look. I got you where I want you.